What's going on, everybody? Did a little bit of the testing with M390 the other day and just thought I would do some on ZDP-189 on the Delica 4. Obviously, in a lot of the forums, there's a lot of talk about ZDP being prone to chipping, which is, I haven't used the steel a whole lot yet. That's why I wanted to do some testing beforehand. I don't know what exact situations the chipping is being encountered, so that's why I figured I'd put it through some specific lateral testing. I believe Spyderco runs theirs around 65 Rockwell, and the highest, I think Rockstead Knives runs theirs 67 to 68. So I'm not really sure. I don't know what its cap is. I don't know if that is. I really like it so far. It reminds me of sharpening Super Blue. Honestly, I didn't find it to be a nightmare to sharpen at all. I haven't done a full reprofile. One interesting note, Spyderco seems to do the ZDP with a much finer belt. You can see it doesn't have large grit still in it. I don't know if they're doing it with ceramic. I have a tertiary bevel on the factory edge. For comparison, here's that Benchmade Griptilian. I don't know what the grits are. The Griptilian reminds me of maybe like a, not even sure, 200 grit belt. Maybe Spyderco would be more like a 600. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I noticed that on the ZDP it was different than what I'm used to seeing. So this is the same as the M390 as far as edge finish. Ultrafine Spyderco ceramic strapped on 0.25 micron diamond spray. This is technically, like I said, a tertiary bevel on the factory secondary bevel. So if we see a lot of chipping, it could be heat damage to the edge. That is why I wanted to do some testing on it first before I reprofiled it, see if we have any differences. So we'll do it like we did last time with just showing the edge beforehand. I really like how this sharpens. Like I said, I like the edge it gives. So the bamboo stick, like last time, we'll see if we can keep it from having that horrendous, I'm gonna have to move my camera a little bit. The horrendous screeching sound. That was horrible. So I may have to push a little more. Just a second. Sorry guys, you have to bear with me. It's a bit of a mess in here. Alright, it's in frame. Screeching is not awful this time, at least. This is basically testing the knife for lateral stress. Just initially, I don't feel any damage from that. I'm not giving it a ton of pressure. But I'm pushing moderately hard. It does feel like it may have some small deformations from that. I'm trying to do push cuts so it will show any deformation. I don't see any, with the naked eye, any extreme glinting or anything. It still has a lot of bite, so I guess we'll just keep going. People said ZDP was chippy. All I can imagine is these huge chunks wanting to break out. Obviously this isn't going to be a direct comparison against the M390 because we have varying edge thicknesses. The thickness behind the edge of the Delica is not probably going to be the same as the custom. Alright, it does feel like it is suffering from some chipping. Like you can see right there, it has a spot right there. It is still push cutting, so you can see it's got a couple spots hanging up. Again, that's some bamboo once again. We aren't seeing anything that is like real large. This camera will focus. Doesn't look like it likes being up that close. So there, I think you can see some of it. Again, it doesn't, not all of it seems to be feelable. There's a couple, I mean it's small, you couldn't see just everything on the camera there. You're probably still seeing the factory edge some. We'll go one more time. Trying to keep this video a little shorter too, guys, so. Alright. Let me get a different piece of paper here to try and this paper is a little thicker. The other stuff here, let me get it different. This stuff's thinner. So it shows edge deformation a little more. So you can see it's got a couple spots, but that's not even frame. I feel like an idiot now. Okay. It does have a couple spots, but it still will do some push cutting. So it's nothing extreme. Not what I thought it was probably going to do much worse. It does, however, have a few spots that it's just not. It doesn't want to catch as much near the tip. The tip does appear like it suffered a little more. Probably a little harder to show. I don't know, it's a little tough to show. The tip does look like it suffered some chipping out. This is where a microscope would help to really be able to see how the edge looked prior to sharpening, or prior to the test and then after. But still shaves hair. It doesn't feel too bad. I mean, it doesn't feel like it really suffered like I was expecting. So I know it does have some damaged areas. The M390 fared better, but it's kind of to be expected with good geometry, good heat treat and stuff. So thanks for watching, guys.